a dispensation in the last century called church. And it has conditioned us to be in a posture that does nothing.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, that's right.
Amen.
When we escaped Catholicism in the 15th century with Martin Luther and others, unfortunately we carried a lot of that with us into the promised land. We carried many of the traditions and many of the conditioned rationale and the way of service. And we forgot that God requires something. If my people will humble themselves and pray, we've got to do something. I pray for the day to walk into a church like this and there'll be no chairs. They'll just be stacked in the corner. You'll have no choice but to stand in the gap. Maybe just sit crouch, sit Indian style here. Or better yet, come to the altar. The book of Joshua, when Joshua came with instructions and said, in 3 days, He'll do wonders amongst you. He gave instructions to the priests. The priests couldn't just stand and watch the Lord do it. They had to get in the river with the ankle deep. They had to take a step. They had to move forward. They had to take action. When God said to Peter, get out of the boat and walk on water, it wasn't metaphysical. It wasn't an analogy. It wasn't a parable. He literally had to step out. Folks, we can't just sit here tonight hoping God saves Reno. If you do that, He never will. Some would say, wait, Chad, it doesn't sound scriptural. Are you kidding me? Jesus said if these signs and wonders were done in this city, Sodom and Gomorrah would have repented long ago. God wants to save this city, but only through His people. Only through a people that will stir themselves, shake off the grave clothes, stand up above the fog line of dispensation. We're all in it. If you claim Toronto, if you claim Brownsville, if you claim Lakeland, if you claim any of that, you're a dispensationalist. You're stuck. God just wants you to be a Christian. They first called them Christians in Damascus. In Antioch. He just wants you to be a Christian. You go back to the New Testament to cling to the book of Acts. To live a life of prayer and outreach. I love how they describe the early apostles. Here's how they describe them. They didn't say they went to ORU. They didn't say they went to IHOP. They didn't go to Reno School of Ministry. They didn't follow nothing. Here's what they said of them. First of all, when they saw Peter and John, unlearned and ignorant men, untrained, no formal training except they had been with Jesus. And they saw their boldness. That was the only attribute that set them apart from all of Judaism, is their boldness. In a Roman regime, in a hostile environment, they stood for Christ. And they said they've been with the Lord. I'm telling you today, as they passed through Idlewind Park, as they met you and me and others, as they heard sounds of worship wafting through the air, I'm telling you, when they walked away, they said, those folks have been with Jesus. That's all this world needs. Now another, in the book of Acts, chapter 3 or 4, the apostle said, there's two things we got to do. That's it. Give ourselves to prayer and the ministry of the Word. Now, many question, what's that mean, the ministry of the Word? Is it just a church setting? You got to understand, koinonia in the first 400 years of Christianity was an outdoor experience. It wasn't until Constantine that there was an organized, structured church system. into the dark age. We left the catacombs for a catechism. We left God's power for a pulpit, for position. But the good news is He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. It's not a great exercise of faith to simply step back into the rarefied air of New Testament Christianity. I felt it today. I live for days like this. To sit there and feel the vibration of God, to look in any direction and see people praying for the lost, to see all of the ruffians and motley crew of society wading in and out of God's people. For a moment, I feel like I'm close to Jesus. I can't claim I feel Him all the time. I'm just going to be transparent. There's times where I feel, where are you? But in moments like today, He's right there. Because when you do it to them, you've done it to Jesus. The closest you can ever come to God, sister, is in front of a sinner. It's a mystery. It's a phenomenon. It's beyond explanation. But when you stand before a sinner and His grace begins to abound and salvation begins to erupt in that person's life, friend, when you look in those eyeballs, you're seeing Jesus. But the enemy's crafty. An old serpent to lead us astray into all kinds of streams and all kinds of experiences, rather than the simplicity of Jesus. Over a chessboard, over a hot dog, over a skateboard, over a bag of used clothes. I felt God more close than I have felt in weeks. And you know what that does to me? I'm addicted. I don't get my fix laying up here. Though I don't discourage you if you do it. Praise the Lord. My friend, I'm addicted to feeling Jesus that close, as if I could feel His breath on the nape of my neck as He leans over and watches. I don't know how you'd feel, Sam, if tomorrow, or any other mother or father in here, I don't know how Nate would feel. I don't know what Pastor Lewis would feel, or I don't know what she would feel if tomorrow her daughter and son was gone. If tomorrow they got a call and said they're abducted, they're gone. And I don't know how they'd feel if you were the one who brought them back. You want God's favor, you go find His children. If you're lacking finances today, if debt seems to be avalanching on you, if your health is in dire straits, if you